Hey guys, I'm just driving, so I'm not going to be looking at the camera, but I wanted to make this quick little video. I am driving to my cabin. I left Minneapolis this morning at 5:30 in the morning, and there was a lot of snow. It was still snowing. It wasn't snowing really heavily, but I had to clean a whole bunch of snow off my car. Finally got out of there at 5:30, and it was very slow going. For about 2 hours, I was driving at like 60 miles an hour, so super slow. So it put me quite behind. I arrived in Winnipeg at about 2:15, so that's about 9 hours, right? If I'm doing the math correctly. So quite a bit longer than it normally takes. And I just wanted to kind of briefly share, because a lot of people, in Facebook groups that I'm in, a lot of people ask about what to eat when you're on the road to maintain your lifestyle, and whether that's if you're flying or you're driving. But I think driving is really, it's really hard because you're in the car for a lot longer than you are in a plane typically. So it's a lot more time and a lot more persuasions along the way, if you will. So can you guys see what's in the background here? Like, my country is so beautiful, it's unbelievable. If you guys have not been to Canada, to Ontario specifically, you need to do that because it is stunning. Like, I haven't been here since, I was here actually only a couple of months ago, but I forget how absolutely gorgeous it is. And then I'm back and I'm like, wow, why did I ever leave this place? Anyways, so a lot of people ask about what to eat, how to stay on track when you're on the road. So I'm just going to share with you guys what I ate today, start to finish, or thus far. It's 7:20. So I had a grande Pike Place from Starbucks. I brought my own whipping cream because I know that they only use half and half there. And on the ketogenic diet, whipping cream, full fat is the name of the game. So you might think, holy shit, like, isn't half and half like fatty enough? No, it's not. Whipping cream. So brought my own little whipping cream because I knew that I would want to be getting a Starbucks for sure. So like my routine, whenever I go on a road trip, I get a Starbucks like right like 20 minutes after I've gotten in the car. It's just part of the ritual. So I got a grande, and then they do have the stevia sweetener, so that was good. So I put one sweetener and then some whipping cream. Had that. A couple hours later, I want to say at like 10 o'clock, so quite a few hours later, or no, I'm going to say it's 9 o'clock. I had my ketone drink, and I had it's called Envy, so it's a mint flavored drink, it was so good. And I can imagine if I would have had some cold pressed coffee in there, holy shit. Tasted like a thin mint for sure. Andy's mint, whatever. So yeah, I had that, and feeling good. And then I didn't actually eat any food until a couple hours after that. And I'm not going to say the order that I ate things because I can't remember, because I was sitting in the car and I have my food beside me, so I don't know the exact order. But I've eaten a pepperoni stick, a really good quality pepperoni stick from Hy-Vee. I don't remember the exact brand right now, but it's like hardly any sugar, if anything. Maybe there was a little bit of honey in there. All natural pork and beef. Then I've also had a hard-boiled egg. I've had cheddar cheese, probably like 6 pieces. I had some carrots. I had like an entire rectangular Tupperware full of cucumbers, so it was about a half an English cucumber sliced. I had that, a half a green pepper that I had sliced the night before. I had some seaweed snacks, like a sesame roasted seaweed. I have it right here. It's an organic seaweed snack. I don't know. Can't really see the brand. And then I had some raw mixed nuts, so walnuts, pecans, and almonds, unsalted, straight up raw. And I'm trying to think. That's all I ate. That's all I ate today. Then when I got to my sister-in-law's at about 2:15, I had some more cheddar cheese. Well, no, it was what's it called? A marble cheese. And then some meat, some sliced salami or whatever. And then some dill pickles. Very nice of her roommate to put this little cheese and meat platter together. and there were some other family members there, so he had crackers out, but he made a point of saying, the crackers are for everybody else, and Rachel can have the meat and the cheese and the pickles. And I thought that was really sweet that he thought of, I don't know, just like a lot of people are kind of like, when they hear you're on a specialized sort of diet, they kind of are annoyed by it, and they definitely don't necessarily accommodate you like that, but it was just sweet how he mentioned that. So anyways, that was really nice of him. I had a cup of tea. My sister-in-law was very gracious. First thing she said when I walked in pretty much was, would you like a cup of tea or a seltzer? She knows me very well, and I'm driving, so no alcohol, obviously. So, yeah, I had some of that there, and that is all I've eaten, and it's 7:25, and I can tell you guys, my energy levels are like, I mean, I don't know if you can tell that I've been driving since 5:30 in the morning, but I have like absolutely no fatigue at all. It's pretty incredible, I must say. I've done a lot of 10-hour drives since moving to the U.S. 4 years ago, a lot of drives from Wisconsin back to Winnipeg to Kenora. And usually after like 4 hours of driving, my eyelids are starting to shut. It's just something that always happens, regardless of if I have sleep, if I'm hungover, if I'm haven't had a drink in weeks. I always feel that fatigue when I'm driving at some point, usually after about 4 or 5 hours. So the fact that like I have not even felt an ounce of fatigue, like my eyes are not in any way closing, and I feel as if I could drive another 10 hours. It's creepy, but it's awesome. And the weirdest thing about all of it is you would think, holy shit, Rachel, then you are super jacked up. Like you must feel like really on edge. No, dude. My heart rate is like normal. I feel absolutely no anxiety. I'm not hopped up in absolutely any way. I just feel like a clear, sustained energy level. It's pretty fascinating. So this is really cool, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, share the food that I've eaten. I've also brought I have 100 ounce gallon of water. I don't know what 100 ounce container that I brought, and I've finished over half of it. So drank a lot of water, had to go to the bathroom quite a bit. But this has been one of the most, like, usually on a road trip I would have eaten an entire bag of like sour cream, Rice Krispie, what are they called? Rice cakes. I love those sour cream ones, and same with the ranch. Those were my fucking shit. I would have eaten a bunch of those. I would have eaten cheese and meat, but I would have had them on Triscuits. Rosemary Triscuits, my fave. But yeah, so it's really interesting to think that like I've eaten no carbs or sugar. I had one grande coffee at literally 5:45 a.m. and it's now 7:30, and I'm still driving. And so I said I arrived in Winnipeg at 2:15. I visited with my sister-in-law, and then I stopped by a couple friends, and I actually left the city at about 20 after 5. So I am actually on my way to Kenora, Ontario to surprise my grandmother for Easter. So that's why I'm still in the car. So yeah, really long day of driving. I'm a person that does enjoy road trips. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, like I couldn't stand driving long distances and now I'm like powering through it. But I can tell you I definitely never had this level of alertness and energy after driving literally all day long. So there's my video. It was supposed to be short and sweet and about the food I was eating. 8 minutes and 51 seconds. Sorry guys. If you like this kind of video, if you want to see more of, just like my daily thing, please let me know in the comments. And if you like hearing about like eating on the go, like healthy tips and tricks like that, just let me know what you want to see from me and hear from me. I'd like to be jumping on Instagram stories a lot more and just kind of documenting what I'm doing throughout the day as opposed to just a few posts here and there. So yeah, tell me what you guys are interested in, and even just like if you'd like to know my opinions on something, or like ask me any question about anything. I'm not an expert, but I am pretty opinionated when it comes to certain topics, and if I don't know the answer to something, I will find it out. So yeah, and if you just want to chat, then that's totally awesome too, and I would love to hear your feedback. Have an awesome night, guys.